Hi everybody, back with another Inkarnate Speed Create. It has been a minute. Been a little busy. I recently just went through a job change. So yeah, anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Stormhold Keep, or Stormhold Keep. I always get it confused with the Elden Ring map. But this is a map that I made for the Tales of Evrand campaign. Our DM, Jonathan, wonderful DM, wonderful guy. He assigned us with the task of creating the keep that our players are recently awarded in the campaign. Tales of Evrand, you should go check it out on YouTube. It's a really good campaign. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to make it. And I realized that I made the map much larger than the keep. So there's a cut at the end that we'll get to. But of course, thing I always do is I always use the cliff tool in regional, battle map, whatever, whenever I'm making terrain, whenever I'm making land. Right, I am using the cliffs to the best of my ability to create a realistic looking coastline. You can see I'm kind of playing around here. I'm like, well, where do I want the keep to be? It's supposed to be a keep, but it's like, this is ugly. I hate that so much for our keep because we're going to be living there. It's like, okay, maybe I'll close it off. I'll fill it in. Right, there's going to be no beach. Right, just because I'm like, I want this to look nice. I'm in a call with John and with one of the other players, Ryan, and I'm like, man, I just don't know what to do. I'm kind of stuck right now. I'm thinking, right? And that's what you got to do whenever you're making these maps, is you just need to be willing to make mistakes and go back on them, right? Don't be like, you see me change my music. I'm like, maybe I need to change up the vibe. Maybe that'll make things better. But this is where I start to get the idea. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Got the tower. Okay, got the lighthouse. This is one of the coolest things I've done, is to show one place going from below to above. I put little bushes behind the behind it to show that. I'll point it out when we get there. But it's like, okay, I want, like, if they're going to be like a little keep, I want there to be just a little bit of itty port town down there. You can get some sand, get some rocks, get some buildings, some trees. We're getting trees now. Look at that. Oh my goodness, some flower bushes. I'm all about micro details, and then I'm trying to group up, and I'm like, oh, God damn it, okay, I'm moving stuff around. So here's what I did, is I got little bushes. I started off the clouds, didn't get the right effect, but I do little, I'm thinking a long time, because this is sped up by like 1,000%. Okay, I get little bushes. I turn them black, and I tuck them behind, and then boom, looks like they go from one place to the other. I was pretty proud of that. But then I'm like, oh, fuck, I want to do shoot. I was like, man, I want to do like a little flower garden behind the keep. I want to get a little something. But, I'm like, okay, well, let me come back to that in a second. Here we go. Okay, now see, now I'm moving it back, putting some trees. Like I said, with Inkarnate maps, you just really, really, really have to be flexible and willing to change, right? Don't be like, this is the perfect idea. I'm not going to change it, because, we're always learning. We're always trying to improve, and that goes for real life and for making maps in D&D. Here we go. This is by far my favorite thing to do in Inkarnate, is to like line up some little boys here. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That looks clean. But it's a keep, got have walls around the keep. There we go. Boom, look at that. Wait a minute. That doesn't work. We got to make the wall bigger. This is another thing I'm really proud of, is if you've ever made a map in Inkarnate, you know that the gates, like the stone gates for the regional, are trash. Like they don't blend into the wall. They just go there. Oh, this is me making a little garden. I was checking Legend Keeper. That's where I keep my notes for game. I was subtracting the gold for the cost of the keep. Okay, so there we go. Put some trees. But I think this right here is one I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm trying to make the gate. You can see how it's just like the rim. I hate that so much. And like, I'm trying to do research. I'm trying to look at other people's things, and I just can't find anything good. And I'm like, well, maybe that, no. But what I end up doing is I end up taking a bridge, like an Inkarnate asset for a bridge that would go over water, put that over top, and it looks like the wall after I mess with the hue and saturation a bit. I'm really proud of it. Here in a second. Oh, nope, the wall doesn't work. Okay, wait a minute. Nope, that doesn't work either. Bridge. Boom, shrink it, tuck it. Boom. So proud of it. Looks so good. But then, of course, I forgot to record the rest of it, so we have like the descent down the mountain here. It's like a perspective thing. It's so cool. I'll link it to Inkarnate below. I decorate it with some trees and a little bit of water, but that's really all I do is I just use the radius brush tool, move it throughout the entire thing, put some mountains there to give it some perspective, some fog, some waves, some birds, and bada bing, bada boom, there we go. We have Stormhold Keep. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. There'll be more of these Inkarnate speed creates coming out very shortly as I'm getting back into the groove of it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.